Welcome back to Game Does Play Games, where you can watch games, practice game design, and I started this before Chris was ready.
That's not true.
Shut up, man.
Wow. Alright, so what do the winged boots do? Double jump?
Do a double jump.
I honestly did not expect that. I don't know why. It makes sense.
Isn't really that great, honestly. So
it's a platforming game. Action platformer. Of course there's a double jump.
Of course there's a double jump.
I thought everything would be stat enhancing. Which I guess technically double jump is stat enhancing. It just, you get +1 jump.
This is true. Sleepy time. Sleepy time for the min-mins.
Really study more recipes right now, but I'll just take a quick nap first.
She still hasn't.
Wait, could we study instead? Was that an option we could have made?
I wish.
Or a choice, rather?
Also, like, you study your recipes. That's actually a good point. That there is no thing about actually setting up recipes. I think that would be an interesting layer to the game, is if they would get maximum points if the chef was like, I specifically like dragon flank with eggs on the side, and you'd be like, I can make that. That'd be interesting.
That would definitely be interesting. I think the reason why they probably didn't do that is for fear that it would be too controlling. Like, the player would never want to make anything other than that specific thing.
Yeah. It'd be...
I mean, you could, like, randomize it so the player can't necessarily plan ahead for it, and if they don't know how to make something, then they might make something similar. There's a few wishy-washy things.
Absolutely. It would give a little more power to the dishes that are created, though. Because as it is right now, it's just like, oh, that's pretty. How many points was it worth?
Yeah, that's true. The actual dish doesn't really seem to have any value. It's literally just the points.
Yes, it's the study of a particular esoteric cooking style or technique. You should really take a look into some. Judges award bonuses for demonstrating the use of expertise.
Oh, yes.
Here, you can have one of mine. I've got the contents of that tome committed to memory.
That's not how it works. You need to equip it. You can't just memorize it.
That vase has bunnies on it.
Yeah.
I love the little art that dresses most of the scenes.
Really? Wow, thanks, Kieran.
You're welcome. If you don't mind, though, I have to get back to studying.
Studying what? We just took your book. Fool!
Serve a dish containing all ingredient types from your match's theme. Yeah. So, let's see. I got an earth pot, a water pot, and a fire pot. So, I think it's always going to be easy finding fire stuff. So, we'll probably say.
Cool.
Inspect.
Oh,
3 branches of the brigade are research, military, and ambassador.
It's an interesting one for, like, your cooks.
Good
Chefs.
morning, lad. Off to another day of battle? Yeah, sure.
interesting.
Never noticed this bull before. Does the innkeeper have a pet? I haven't seen old Sparky in 15 years.
Caesar walks in the door. There he is. Stop calling me Sparky. Hello, sir.
Tell me, girl, what about an old dwarf smoking his pipe in a stairwell makes you want to bother him?
Sorry for the interruption. See you around.
Wait. Granite to garnets.
Sorry.
It's a dwarven saying. It's between good luck and seer, but not so frivolous. Mm-hmm.
Puzzle time.
Maybe we wouldn't bother you if you didn't always sit on that stairwell right next to where we sleep.
What's
A little
the
weird.
issue?
Oh, getting the essences out of dishes is getting more complicated the further down my list I go. Well, let's try our best.
Wait.
They make such great
Wait,
expressions.
Wait.
Perfect. There's your cosplay right there. I always really love, like, in the anime style, the, like, one strand of hair, like, or group of hair that, like, pokes forward.
It's so ridiculous. Oh yeah, playing with sauces.
It's so weird that that's, like, a thing that works in this art style or, like, in anime. but doesn't work in real life. Anyone that tries to do that in real life, you're just like, that looks weird. Stop it. Why did you gel one cluster of hair?
They went through it was around the Final Fantasy VII era and beyond that like video games really started throwing that in there. Square Enix had a field day with it.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember freaking Vagrant Story. Main character had like that one like ridiculously long one. And you look at it and you're like, if you just cut that off, you would look like a normal human being.
And if you do it in real life, then you turn into Good Charlotte, so...
Boop. Boop. So sauce goes over.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, man.
And it just totally replaces the... Oh, I see. So, basically, it is represented by a different shape in the ingredient list?
Huh?
Like the little icons, like with the weird dippy... I don't know. Don't worry about it. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention earlier, UI.
Probably not. Because you never pay attention to what I do.
Yeah. Basically. That also looks tasty.
Right? Right.
Is that an egg?
It is an egg. That's the...
It looks like an eye.
Yeah, I know, right? If you take the egg... So there's the egg. I think it's meant to because of the black... Like the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless that's like the embryo that was starting to develop. And you're just like... Yeah,
that's just how it is.
Fetus eggs.
But yeah, that's what happens if you hit the eggs that are on the ground, the cheap cheese or whatever they're called, leave behind.
Now we can finally do that.
All right, let's just go ahead and start combining things here.
So is the goal to have as few level 1, or are you supposed to just get rid of all the level 1s?
Basically, every puzzle is going to have a specific way to solve it. Or it like any combination can happen, but you're right now like if you look at it, I have a level 2 fire, and a level 2 earth, and so I want to try to get as many points out of this dish as I possibly can. And so to get that as many dishes out of this point, or as many points out of the dish as I can, there's a specific set of combinations I can make to make it happen.
I see.
If any of that I just said made any amount of sense.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's go. I think I want to make 3 earths. I think that's what the game wants me to do. So we're going to go like this.
I mean, the goal is ultimately just get 30 points.
And then, okay, yeah, here we go.
Oh,
I messed it up.
too short.
Man.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
You probably would have had it actually if you didn't replace the blue there, because you had 2 fires elsewhere, so you could have made another level 2.
Yeah, so I need to make a blue.
Well, you have a blue. So yeah, you combine those. I think you need to replace...
So I need to replace the greens. I need to
Yeah.
replace all the greens. Let's get all these greens out front center.
I mean, does the egg have a blue and a green, or is that a blue and a red?
The egg has a blue and red.
Oh yeah, see, I can't see the difference. So yeah, then you're definitely right that you just need to replace the greens. Bam.
And then, guess it really doesn't matter. Whoa. Kapow.
Shabam.
Keep thinking like that, and you'll be a master gastronomist in no time.
She'll be fighting up a storm. It's not what it gets.
Why do we go through this every day? Button time.
So is it sort of the same loop every day? You like go through, do all the jobs, and then go challenge someone?
Basically, the game does it to where this will happen a few times just enough to get you comfortable, and then it will turn everything on its head.
Ooh, okay, fair. I'm kind of excited to see that.
And he's very crafty.
Who's
Now we may begin.
And now we may begin. Where did that snake come from? He's still there.
Am I gonna die? Good hunters always in tune with the ecosystem. You must be prepared be prepared to both nurture it and benefit from it. Hunt a beast and I'll show you what I mean. Alright. Is this where she's gonna teach us that we can feed animals?
I think so.
See, but that's a mechanic that we've been able to do the whole time.
Not the whole time. Well,
You feed the birds, and then you watch the plants eat birds. There's a whole
I guess there's
ecosystem.
gonna be one that just shows up. Cheep Chee, that's her name.
Little squid guys? Oh, the bird guys. You know, birds without beaks are a totally different thing.
And horns.
Oh, they do have little ram horns.
Mhm.
What? How do you even fly, you little thing?
Instructor eggs are my favorite food. I know how to. Do I ask for your commentary? Okay. You want to eat this?
That was decent. Oh, go find a few more eggs we can whip up to a
Breakfast
breakfast omelet. Yes. Yeah, eat that shit. It'd be interesting if, like... So I like the idea that some of the creatures can, like, eat other parts to produce new like, items.
Well, bugging out, guys.
Yeah, no joke. But I think it would be interesting if, like... I mean, I talked a lot about, like, killing an enemy in a certain way, or using a certain element to create different ingredients. But it would also be interesting to see, like, if you could either, like, kill a monster with, like, an environment piece, or, like, if you know, keep them at low health for a really long time, they'll, like, you know, poop out, like, a bird might poop out more feathers or something that you could use. So you don't have to kill something and still get an ingredient out of it, so long as you're clever.
That'd be a...
Just like thinking of different ways they can utilize this kind of like discovery of creating new ingredients.
I will say, like, the idea of dropping food on purpose to get something else, it, like, that kind of fell to the wayside, or it doesn't... As a player, fell to the wayside after this first area. Because, like, after that, I wasn't thinking about that anymore, and so when we go through this playthrough, I'll play around with it and see if it keeps happening or not. Or, like, if there's more creatures that I just wasn't seeing the full benefit from.
Oh, that's fair. Sounds like Pal's just spooked by Thorn as you are. What? How could you hear him? I've heard him whispering at night sometimes, mostly about being hungry for monster flesh. Whoa, your sword really talks? Not exactly. He speaks to me using our spiritual link from my Rite of Elements. No one should be able to hear him. Haha. What should be and what is are generally two different things, Thrashy. In fact, I think I hear Pal right now. He says, 404, text not found. Websites!
That's the third clue.
He's from the future. Maybe it's because I'm not from around here, but I can barely understand half the stuff Ziggy says. He's totally from the future. Maybe maybe this is like...
Minahan, reporting for duty. Right on time.
I got nothing.
I've got an hotel ready for you once you finished your shift.
Still got a minute.
Cool. We'll be able to do this. All right.
You know what? I'm growing fond of this guy. He's always your first customer, and he gives you the best thumbs up when you serve him.
Yeah. Wait. Oh. Whoa. That's why my brain stopped working. Okay. There we go. And we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're good. Okay. Everything's good. Everybody, don't worry.
Yeah.
See, dude, it's good. I literally didn't serve you anything. Still good, man.
Still good. Still good.
This, and then I gotta get one of the. I gotta get this over here.
I think this is one of my favorite types of challenges that the game has to offer so far. I almost kind of wish that the main challenges had a little bit more of this part to it, where you have to arrange things in in like a perfect way to kind of cook up the exact right ingredient or
I see
like
what you're
dish. And not to say that this isn't really present in the normal challenge mode. I just think that this takes a lot more like thinking and planning to do well. In a way that some of the other challenges, maybe you can kind of just you can finagle it to kind of get what you want without like thinking super hard about it. And obviously if you're clever about it in the challenge mode, it definitely benefits the player. But
I am failboating on this one really hard. And half
maybe
trying
this
to
is
listen
why
to you. I'm like I don't know.
there you go, you did it. Wow, that one was easy.
That just happens sometimes. It's just like,
That's how I feel when I play Puyo Puyo. I just like occasionally do something super right, and I'm just like, I don't know what I did, but it works.
What I just did.
3 seconds, 2 seconds. Wow, hey, look at that. It's when I start counting down for you that you're like, I got this. Then what happened? He pointed to the scar on his arm and revealed that it wasn't the mark of a monster, but an enraged opponent.
Whoa, just because they lost the match?
Oh, sorry, they were voice acting.
Whoops, it's later than I realized. I've got to get going. I'll see you tomorrow, Potinda.
They have you'll realize it later. Combined with that's another foreshadow mark from an opponent. Oh man, he attacked somebody over the loss of a match. They're like super non-violent. As in, like, humans to humans, totally not allowed, which is actually very interesting because in most RPG settings, there's monsters and there's people and everybody fights each other. But we've never really considered what it'd be like to live in a world where there are monsters all around. Would we still be fighting each other so much if we had a constant threat?
I mean, in a real life setting, I would say yeah, absolutely. Common enemies haven't historically stopped fighting between...
I don't know. I mean, like, they do and they don't. It depends on how dangerous the enemy is.
That's
if you have
true.
To unite against it or not.
But say in this world, it doesn't seem like the monsters are so dangerous that they would prevent like internal fighting between human beings.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we are out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time.
I'm gonna go shop next episode, and then we're gonna get into a challenge.
Question of the day: Ziggy from the future. Especially with a name like that. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah. What's the real question of the day?
Real question of the day. I guess as a design challenge, how could you potentially incorporate more of, I don't remember the name of that character, but the one we just did, the challenge, the job, where you're serving all those customers and arranging the...
Oh, yeah. Potinda.
How would you incorporate Pontida's type of challenge, into sort of the main game with the actual the competing?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the game would be better with that, but as a design challenge, how would you incorporate it?
I like that question. I think that actually brings up one thing. We'll talk about it next time. Next time. Bye.
Bye.